What's the most you've made in a year?
Built my real estate investment business for 115 million.
More than 45 million.
It's $1.4 million.
10 million. What's one secret software or tool that you can use to find $1 million opportunity?
The best one has got to be...
If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
The first thing to do is...
Yes guys, welcome back to the Venture Room, the #1 platform for entrepreneurs. Today we're in Knightsbridge, home to Harrods, one of the most luxurious shopping centres in the whole world. What are we doing today?
Today we're going to be interviewing entrepreneurs, asking them how they built their business and the best business opportunity for 2025. So stay tuned, it's going to be a bang.
Sorry to disturb you, I love the jacket. So trying to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs. I'd love to know what you do for a living.
I buy property and I run progressive property.
Oh yeah, that's massive,
business.
yeah. Wow. What's your property valuation or what's the level you got to?
More than 45 million, less than 250 million.
How did you start that?
I went to a property networking event and met my business partner there.
And how much money did you start out in property with?
Minus 50 grand. And I partnered with someone who had a bit more money and a bit more experience than me.
Yeah. How do you start a business with no money?
Well, I mean, you don't need money. There's resources and there's resourcefulness. Resources is finite. Resourcefulness is infinite.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any money, but I had desperation and hunger and desire and passion and enthusiasm, which are all human resources, which are worth more than resources, because resources are finite.
Yeah, that's such a good one. What's the one thing the rich know that the poor don't?
Well, the rich know that inflation makes them rich, but it makes the broke broke. People think the rich get richer because the rich are evil, but the rich get richer because they own assets and inflation pushes assets up, whereas poor people only have a few bits of savings and money goes down with inflation. So they know how money really works.
If you had 10k today, how would you get into property?
I would probably invest 7 or 8k in myself on my education to learn how to do joint venture partnerships, finance deals creatively, and I'd spend the rest going to networking events and having dinners and finding people in central London with money, and that would be the best use of 10k, because I mean you can't buy a property with 10k. You need to learn how to be creative in doing deals.
Nice to meet you.
You too. What's your name?
Jamal. What do you do for a living?
No, I've seen this video.
2 minutes.
Secret to finding your first customer when you're building a business?
Be good at sales. Talk to people like you're doing.
Sorry, my man. Love the shades.
Oh, thanks.
Can I ask what you do for a living?
Yeah, if we can make it quick, I got a date with my wife up the road.
What do you do?
So I run a company called Magic AI. We're building the world's first AI personal trainer.
So what's the most money the business has made so far?
So this year we'll do 10 million.
Okay, so how does it work?
Literally a mirror you hang up in your home. It's got a hologram that pops up and there's a little camera in there. So it tracks your form, gives you live feedback, counts your reps, corrects you when you're doing it wrong. So it's literally an AI personal trainer in your living room.
That's sick, man. And how much money did you start with?
We literally took a loan out with Virgin Startup, which was 10k. We used that to fund the first prototype. I also imported a whole bunch of treadmills from China during COVID and then sold them online and basically used the proceeds to also fund that prototype.
Yeah, should we just get out of the way because loads of people keep coming? If you were to start again, how would you make your first million?
The first thing I would do is take out an Amex card. So here you can take out a gold card or a business card. They'll give you a credit limit of 5, 10, maybe more, 20k. Use that to fund the first Facebook ads, Google ads for your product. Try and aim for a 2 to 3 return on ad spend. So every pound you're spending, get 2 or 3 pounds back. With that, if you're spending 20k a month, you should be hitting 40, 60, 80 in a single month, depending on whatever it is you're selling. Now, if you do that every single month, that's a 1 million revenue run rate right there. And of course, you use the proceeds to pay back that Amex every month, which will give you a 30 to 45 day payment period. So that's what I would highly recommend is take that approach.
What's a £1 billion market that someone can go after today?
The first thing I would do, look at the fact that there's this huge arbitrage opportunity between businesses that are doing really, really well in the US, but haven't quite come over to the UK yet, and in many cases may never actually come to the UK. If you look at Deliveroo, that was actually modeled on Postmates and DoorDash that already existed. Same with Zoopla, that was already Zillow over there. What I would do is look at which businesses are raising venture capital over in the US right now, but don't currently exist in the UK, and replicate that model here, right? It's as simple as that.
What's one secret software or tool that you can use to find $1 million opportunity?
The best one has got to be crunchbase.com. If you go on there, get a subscription, you'll see all the businesses in all the geographies that are raising money at the moment, and you can see which ones are doing well. You can also track who's investing in who. And as I said, with the arbitrage opportunity, you can look at which businesses are raising money in other geographies and just replicate that model here.
That is insane value. That is some real game right there, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, good to see you.
That was so good.
Quick one, guys. If you're someone that works remotely or runs a business on the move like I do, keeping your internet secure is non-negotiable. I'm constantly working in cafes, co-working spaces, or editing on the hotel Wi-Fi. That's why I use NordVPN, the multi-award-winning VPN with lightning-fast connection speeds and premium cybersecurity. It gives you peace of mind knowing that my connection is encrypted and my business data is safe no matter where I am.
Plus, it gives you access to global tools and content that isn't always available in the UK, which is super helpful when it comes to researching markets abroad or working with global clients. So if you're building something big and want to protect your business data online, then use the link in our description below or use the code VENTUREROOM and you'll get an extra 4 months free on the 2-year plan. And guess what? If it's not for you, completely fine as well. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's completely risk-free. Anyway, let's get back into the video.
Excuse me, bro. Sorry to disturb you, man. I love the hat, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Sorry,
How's
man.
it going?
I'm good. What's your name?
Ryan.
I'm Jamal from Adventure.
Nice to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm good. So we've got a channel.
I've seen you on TikTok.
Have you seen it on
Yeah,
TikTok?
I've seen you on TikTok.
Hey, look at that. Are you an entrepreneur?
I am. I've got a few different business ventures that I'm a part of.
What do you do?
My main business is Amazon e-commerce, so I import products from China and I sell them in the US and the UK. And I've also got a service-based business here in London.
What's the most money you've made in a year, like turnover?
So the most revenue I've made in a single year is $1.4 million.
Oh, congrats, man. How much did you have starting out?
So I actually started the Amazon venture with £5,000.
So how do you find $1 million Amazon opportunity?
The thing you look for is you want to see that there's enough organic search volume. So with Amazon, there's people searching for products already. It's not like Shopify where you have to create the audience yourself. With Amazon, people are already searching for it. So you need to use a software that helps you find different products and what people are searching for. One of the main things I look for is 50,000 searches for a particular product. That's what I want to see, because I want to see people organically searching for it. I don't want to pay for ads, and I want to see people searching for it already so I can come in and piggyback off that search volume.
What type of product would you be looking for?
Most of my products I sell now are home decor. So home decor is something that people always want. It's always ever changing. It's very easy to stand out in that space and offer something unique. And also now I'm into supplements as well.
If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
TikTok Shop.
Okay.
So I've started TikTok Shop recently. I'm selling supplements on TikTok Shop, and it's a great platform. I leverage affiliates to make videos for me, and then I make sales from their videos and give them a commission of the sale. Affiliate sales on TikTok Shop is something you can start absolutely free. So you can start it for free, you can make a few thousand, and then you can use that money to roll into your own brand and create your own business.
Yeah.
That's how I would start if I was starting today.
But that to me sounds hard, because it's like, okay, you need to go viral to sell products.
I've never gone viral on TikTok Shop just yet, but the videos that creators make for me, I pump them through ads.
Okay.
So let's say they get 2,000, 3,000 views. I'll run ads on them, 20, 30 pounds a day, and I'll send those views into like the hundreds of thousands, and then they will get the visibility they need. They'll make sales, and I pay them commission.
And is there like a formula that you use in terms of running the ads?
So there is. You can get into the kind of nitty gritty of it, but what I do is a thing called a max GMV campaign. So with that, it just boosts your most popular videos, and it just pushes them out to new audiences and gets you sales.
What's the one thing the rich know that the poor don't?
I think the rich know they divorce time from money. A lot of poor people or working class people, they spend a lot of time getting second jobs, getting third jobs, and just using all their effort. I think the rich know how to leverage labor and build systems that will get them money through either business or investing. That is the main key takeaway, and that's what I've seen from spending more time with wealthy people. I think I've made more money in the stock market than I have from working, which is crazy. Yeah.
Okay. If you had £10,000 today, how would you invest that in the market?
I would put it in an index fund like the S&P 500. Now, the US index funds have been hit quite recently due to Trump's tariffs. I might also look at something like the All World Global Fund, which basically gives you a piece of every single continent in the world and gives you that exposure. But if we're talking investing, I would much rather spend £10,000 investing in myself. I think investing in yourself is the biggest asset, and then you can generate more money and then use that to invest in the stock market, plus keep investing in yourself.
So what's one book that made you a millionaire?
The first one is $100 million offers, and the second one is $100 million leads.
Okay.
Now, the first book, Offers, gets you to pitch your offer. You need the right offer to capture the right audience. And the second book is Leads. It's about how you get clients for your business. So he talks about things like outreaching, running ads, and basically building something that people actually want. When I started my offer, for example, I gave a $100,000 guarantee. So if you didn't hit $100,000 working with me, I'll work with you for free until you get there. So you want to create something that's a no-brainer that people basically can't say no to, and it's irresistible.
I love that's perfect, man. Find you, what's your Instagram?
I'm an FBA investor. And you can catch me, that's Instagram and TikTok as well.
Guys, go check him out, he's doing big stuff. Yes, guys, sick interview with Ryan. He's absolutely smashing it. My biggest takeaway was a huge opportunity today is TikTok Shop. I know you're thinking, look, how do I go viral and sell products on TikTok? So what he will do is he'll use ads to boost the views and then plug in his TikTok Shop products. That's a good way to get started, man. But let's keep going, we ain't done. Guys, in the comments below, type one question you want us to ask. So something that we always keep missing out. You're like, they should ask this question. Type it in the comments below and we'll get it into next video. And we'll mention you and your tag, yeah? Excuse me, guys. Sorry to disturb you, man. I love the outfits. Can I ask you what you do for a living?
I'm a real estate investor.
Oh, real estate? Okay. So we're trying to inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs. I'd love to grab 2 minutes of your time if I can. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. You got a lot of cameras. That's nice.
We came prepared.
Okay, cool.
What's the most you've made in a year?
Built my real estate investment business to 115 million gross value. Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you for it.
And how much money did you actually have in the beginning?
At a point where the business actually started, about £13,000 from savings and from work that I'd done. But my mentor previously paid me sort of £7 an hour. And we did a couple of deals together. I saved up the money, and then I was able to go and find my own opportunities.
So going from 13,000 to 115 million, what's the one secret to your success?
Leverage is very powerful. A lot of people talk about leverage though, and this idea of debt. You're going to borrow lots of money and take on a lot of risk. But the real leverage is actually when you use equity, when you use other people's capital. Okay. So typically in real estate, if you put in £1, you can raise about £10 from equity, right, from investors. And then you can 10 times that leverage by borrowing from a bank.
Say I'm looking to buy £1 million property. And I've got £10,000 in my pocket. What does that look like? If
you want to buy £1 million property, you could borrow, say, £750,000 from a bank, so you need 250, and of that 250, you can probably put in £25,000. You can go and raise the 225 from an investor, and then you can raise the rest from a bank. So really, to buy £1 million property, you probably need about £25,000.
You don't actually need a lot of capital to kind of get into property, do you?
No, the most important thing is there's not a wealth gap, right? There's a knowledge gap. Often in life, you need to think, what is the piece of knowledge that I'm missing that's going to get me from A to B? And it's about understanding what is the knowledge that I'm missing, what is that piece, there's actually space between where I am and where I need to get to. And then you need to go and find that person. Who's got the knowledge that I want? I think the mistake people often make is that they try and find someone who's 1,000 steps ahead of them. What they need to do is, who's the person 1 step ahead of me? But often we're too arrogant, we don't have enough humility to kind of go to that person who's just that little bit further. Because we kind of see ourselves in competition, but actually it's that person who's going to get us to where we want to be fastest, because they are so close to that point in time where you want to be right now.
If you had to start again, how would you make your first million?
Real estate. The first thing to do is understand that the opportunities are out there right now and know how to value assets and then acquire assets by raising capital.
Say you're starting again, you're 25 and you've got £10,000 saved. What are the steps you go through to kind of get going?
What you need to do is you need to find that opportunity, but you need to bake that opportunity as far as you can. So what you do is you bake that cake as far as you can. You get the deal into legals. You flesh out the business plan as far as you can. You already line up buyers and sellers, for your products. And once you've got that fully baked, then you take it to an investor and you say, look what I've created. Would you like to be part of what I'm already doing? Rather than, do you want to help me create this thing? Is come on board with what I'm already doing. This is happening with or without you.
If you've got this deal and you've baked it as far as you can, where do I go?
What you need to first understand is exactly what is the type of investment that I need. Is it institutional? Is it high net worth? Is it angel investor? And then you dig down into say, well, where do those people hang out? So for instance, if it's high net worth, maybe you want to go to some high net worth networking events. Maybe you want to start messaging people on Instagram, make a list of 1,000 people on Instagram who you think would be interested in investing into my idea.
What's the secret to finding $1 million opportunities?
Aligning yourself with investors who are looking for those $1 million opportunities and going up to them and saying, I don't have the knowledge, but I'm willing to work for you for free. I'm willing to work for you on a minimum wage. Teach me how to find the opportunities that you're looking for so that I can go and find them. Again, what you're doing is you're leveraging somebody else's knowledge. There are 1 million investors out there that are all looking for different things. How do you know what you're looking for is going to be what they want? What you're offering is your time, is your services. They teach you how to find the particular £1 million opportunity that they are looking for, and then you go out and find it and bring it to them.
Yes, guys, sick interview with James Gerard. He's generated over £150 million portfolio. Amazing, so many gems in that interview. My biggest takeaway was we've heard that leverage is the secret to generating wealth, but what we don't know is that you can also use equity partners. If you're buying a house, you can get a loan from the bank. You can also get an equity partner to put up the money for the deposit. Super gems, man. I love it. Let's keep going.
Excuse me? No. He said no. Can I ask what you do for a living?
Taxi.
He's trying to get a taxi. What's a £1 billion opportunity someone can go after today?
People should invest on autonomous shuttle to bring people from A to B, for public transportation.
Okay.
Yeah, without driver. For instance, in Paris, we do work on quite a big project like this, and I'm sure it will come more and more.
What's one quote that helps you build £1 million business?
In French, it says, "À vaincre sans péril, on triomphe sans gloire." It means in English, to win without risk is to triumph without glory. Merci.
Very nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you check out NordVPN for top-level data encryption and security.
Check the link in our description for your exclusive discount code and keep your business data safe online. It's your #1 asset. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you on the next one.